there! Welcome back to another segment of the Ratchet and Kim Possible Chronicles, the Solanian Revolution! Last time, the group managed to find a Vid-comic to help restore Quark's memories, and he's been put in charge of trying to find a way to defeat Dr. Nefarious. Yippee! So, let's see how well this turns out. Oh boy. Okay. The group returned to the Phoenix. Upon returning, they immediately attended the meeting on the bridge. They were joined by Sasha and Quark's monkey. The monkey was dressed in clothes similar to Quark from the waist up. There were also 3 other people with them, all of them wearing clothes with Quark's logo on them. Both Kim and Ratchet had discontent looks on their faces. Ron glared suspiciously at the monkey.
Ladies and gentlemen, and Helga, welcome to the Q-Force. You have all been assembled here because each of you is an expert in your particular field. From Al's mastery of electronics, Kim whispered to Ratchet,
Wade has that covered.
To Skid's nerve of steels.
Helga touched Skid, which he didn't like. Ratchet whispered to Kim, You have that covered, Kim.
To Helga's sensual powers of seduction. Wow.
Kim and Ratchet continued whispering to each other. Neither of us needs that, agreed.
Each of you has shown that you are worthy to wear the Q.
I feel sorry for those people. So do I.
Ahem. Now then, if you two are done exchanging personal intel, we can get started on the matter at hand. As you all know, several years back, I single-handedly defeated Dr. Nefarious, but like the rash on the galaxy's backside,
ew,
he has flared up again. And yes, Miss Palpable, ew is right.
It's possible.
Right again! I didn't think so at first, but his return apparently was that. Possible!
Kim slapped herself on the forehead. Don't worry, Kim. We'll get through this if we stay together.
Indeed we will. Our first mission will be to infiltrate the Doctor's top secret base on planet Aquatos.
Oh, so not the drama.
Oh, but there will be drama, Miss Pompadour. Lots and lots of drama.
It's possible.
My thoughts exactly. It is indeed possible.
No, I meant my last name is possible.
Okay. I'm confused.
Forget it. Jeez, this is much more annoying than what I usually go through. You can write up some name cards and slip them to him later.
Now then, behold my brilliant plan!
Oh, this is going to be good. Let me check to make sure. Okay, good.
First, Ratchet and Clank will descend to the sea floor and wade through a series of tunnels flooded with waist-high raw sewage.
What?
Please hold your questions until the end of the presentation. After infiltrating the base, our agents will split up. Clank will enter the base's ventilation system, where he will locate and deploy this banana-guided autonomous monkey device, or the GAMD. Meanwhile, Ratchet will use his extensive knowledge of the Tyrannoid language and customs to win the trust of the bloodthirsty alien gods. Finally, our agents will make their way to Nefarious's personal office, steal everything that isn't nailed down, and exfiltrate the base completely undetected.
Ratchet's reaction to that was just priceless. I mean, can you really blame him for being so appalled? First, let me flip channels to where I need this to be. Okay, good. That's what I need. Alright. Phew. That was just so funny. And he uses crayons a lot, so get used to that. After the footage, Ratchet and Ron briefly whispered to each other, It's obvious he has it out for you, Ratchet. Gee, you really think so, Ron? So let me see if I got this straight. You're sending out Ratchet and Clank on this mission, and you're not even going to bother tagging along with them? You're not even going to bother tag along with them? Sorry about that, I don't know.
Of course I'm going to provide support. Just not on the field.
So you're not going at all?
Well, basically, on a dangerous mission such as this, I shouldn't risk my neck when I'm needed to face Dr. Nefarious. So that's a no? No. I'm not going.
Well then, I am.
What? Are you really? You can't be serious. I mean, this is an extremely dangerous mission. This is not an assignment for rookies.
If Ratchet is going to risk life and limb, then so am I.
And if KP is risking her life, then I'm also risking mine. I'm also going to risk mine. Even if I don't want to. But I'm going to anyway. But you can't.
We're going with him. That is final.
Quark seemed staggered by their decisiveness. He was greatly spellbound from the astonishment for a brief moment. Oh, all right, fine. If that's how you feel, then so be it. But your unthinkable demise won't be on me.
That won't be a problem. Let's go, Ratchet.
The group was about to walk out, but Kim paused for a second.
Oh, and by the way, Quark, isn't drawing out your brilliant plans with crayons seem kinda, I don't know, childish? You really need to invest on some much more mature writing instruments, or a decent drawing tutor for that matter.
Ratchet, Clank, and Ron laughed. Ratchet gave Kim a high five. Quark gave out an unpleasant sneer as the group walked out. Al went after them. While the group was making their way to the hangar, Al approached them. Hey guys, do you have a minute? What is it, Al? Listen, I urgently need to know how the Quark vs. Nefarious Vid-comic series ends. Can you play all of the series for me, please?
Gee, Al, we would love to endure another few minutes of Captain Bozo's idiotic stories, but we don't have any of the other Vid-comic cartridges that contain said series.
Not a problem. I happen to have found a copy of the second episode. He pulled out the cartridge and handed it over to Ratchet. Thanks, Al. Don't mention it. Now get to it. I really want to see the entire series at its fullest. Okay. We'll go turn it on.
Well, this is bound to be a bushel of more fun.
They returned to their quarters where Ratchet switched on the Vid-comic and started playing it.
Quark, Comic Episode 2, Arriva Amoeba. A new evil was gathering in the shadowy swamps of Blackwater City. A horrific breed of monsters known as Ameboids, born in the laboratories of a twisted scientist named Dr. Nefarious.
To think they called me insane, Lawrence. You see who's insane when my pets have exterminated all life on this miserable planet!
Well, that should clear things right up, sir. When Captain Quark encountered the Ameboids for the first time, he immediately executed Emergency Response Plan number 2.
Hey, wait just a minute.
Quark then proceeded to stall for time while he coordinated the city's defenses from the women's restroom at Galaxy Burger.
Give me that thing, you lying, no good. Right. Now, where were we? From the moment I touched down, I knew the situation called for a head-on assault. Without hesitation, I rushed to do heroic battle with the monstrous Ameboid horde.
Yeah, he uses crayons a lot. And doesn't Quark look like Baymax in that picture?
It's time to fight
Barbecue time!
His Ameboid army defeated, Dr. Nefarious had no choice but to flee Blackwater City in disgrace.
You've not seen the last of me. I will have my vengeance if it takes 1,000 years.
Dr. Nefarious was right about one thing. He and Quark would meet again, and sooner than he realized. For a true hero like Captain Quark will stop at nothing in the name of justice.
What? I held my breath.
Yeah, I wonder if that was actually what happened.
Yeah, knowing Quark, that's probably an exaggeration.
I swear, he can be such a lunatic.
Captain Quark used crayons back then, too? He seemed just as childish and idiotic way back when than he is now, with that being an understatement.
Did Dr. Nefarious look kind of different, or was I just seeing things? I have noticed it too, Ron. From what I am able to tell, he was not a robot.
Yes, he did look as though he used to have been an organic being. So how did he get from that to what he is now?
I'm sure we'll find that out. We'll find out that when we get our hands on the next Vid-comic. Come on, let's leave for Aquados and get this mission over with. They rushed over to their ship as fast as they could, left the Phoenix, and flew off. As they were flying through space, they received a call from someone Clink knows very well. The director of his show. Clink, buddy, you're killing me.
Who's this drama queen?
That's the director of Clank's show.
Huh. Somehow I already don't like him.
I'm trying to make a picture of Mr. Big Shot Star. It's nowhere to be found. Is he serious? Unfortunately, he is.
I am sorry, sir, but I am currently occupied with my friends on a mission of galactic security. I am afraid I cannot return at the moment.
Right, I get it. You want a bigger trailer? Done. You want a daily oil massage? Done. I need my star on the set pronto, capiche?
Is this guy pathetic or some kind of idiot? I'm thinking both.
Bingo. And can you tell those juvenile delinquents over there in the back that I can hear every word they're saying?
Juvenile? Delinquents? Okay, enough. Sorry, but Clink is too busy right now. Try bothering us some other time. Ratchet reached over to the console to shut the transmission off.
Hey, don't you dare!
The screen was shut off. Thanks, Ratchet. That guy was seriously getting on my nerves. No problem. He's hardly worth putting up with. You can say that again! Okay, we're almost there. As soon as we arrive, just stay focused on the task at hand. Of course.
Copy that, Ratchet.
That's what I like to hear. They eventually arrived on the planet Aquatos. The ship landed within an underwater base on the ocean floor of the ocean-covered planet. As soon as they got out of the ship, Kim and Ron walked up to a nearby window and looked out at the gorgeous ocean-filled world. Whoa! Just look at this place. It's amazing. I know. We've been to underwater bases, but obviously never one on a planet completely covered in water. Yeah, this is kind of cool, although not as impressive as that other planet with the floating platforms and no structure of any kind below its fog-covered surface. Yeah, true. Ratchet walked up to them and stood beside Kim. Stuff like this really astounds you, doesn't it? Yep, without a doubt. No surprise there. Come on. We'd better get moving before Quark catches us sightseeing on the job. Ratchet walked off. Kim and Ron followed after him. I hardly care about what that idiot thinks. I know. They began their exploration of the underwater base. Shortly after they began their travels, they ran into Skid. Hey! You're one of those guys we saw back on the Phoenix.
Skid, what are you doing here? My code name is Shadow Dude. Remember it well, dudes and dudette.
Okay.
So, what's happening? Well, Black Ops are my speciality. I figured you guys could use my help.
Thanks, but no thanks. We can handle things ourselves.
Alright, I'll just take my hacker and go back to the ship. Whoa, hold on a sec. Another cool alien device? How does it work?
Ron,
what? He has a really cool looking piece of alien tech. I'd like to see how that thing is used.
Ron, you may have a point, but I don't think...
Roger that, Shadow Dude. You can stay if you would show off that cool device. Right, guys?
Kim and Ratchet exchanged looks of discontent with each other. Skid waited in anticipation for their answer. I thought I fixed all the flaws.
All right. You can come with us. Awesome! This is gonna be sick!
He rushed off as the rest of the group stood by for a bit.
You know, that guy is awesome!
Ron, you can be infuriating from just trying to understand you sometimes. Well, so far he seems a lot more helpful than Quark, that's for sure. At least he was able to come all the way here to help us out.
Yeah, but... You have a good point there, Kim.
They went off after him. As they continued on, they found that Skid was in fact very helpful. The entire place was filled with gross-looking mucus-like creatures called Ameboids. The group saw those creatures in the latest Vid-comic they received. Ew, these things look even more gross than in that Vid-comic. It did mention that these things were manufactured by Dr. Nefarious. This would have to be his base. Ron, you do not seem revolted or even frightened by these creatures in any way. Don't tell me. It's because they aren't monkeys, right? Yep, that's exactly right. Ron, seriously? Good thing Quark didn't pair up Ron with that one-eyed monkey. That's probably the only thing that he didn't do wrong. You would be right about that, Kim. They kept going until they reached the last chamber of the facility. Skid was spooked very easily by the sound of an unknown voice. He ran towards a nearby warp pad and dove onto it, warping him out of the room. The group recognized the mysterious voice as a shady person they encountered during their previous adventure. They made their way towards a submarine near them and drove it to another part of the underwater base. As soon as they arrived, Clank spotted an air duct nearby. There is the ventilation shaft. So, this is where you need to part ways from us and get started on your part of this mission? That is correct, Miss Possible. Okay, while you do that, we'll work on getting through this place with the help of Wade's holographic Tyrannoid. Kim pulled out the communicator. Wade? I'm on it, Kim. With a few clicks of the keyboard, a holographic image of a Tyrannoid appeared before them. Best of luck, you guys. He crawled through the ventilation shaft and got on working his part of the area. He managed to meet up with the monkey a little after arriving. Elsewhere, Ratchet, Kim, and Ron worked with Wade's Tyrannoid hologram to navigate through their section of the facility. Clank did the same with his section. Both sides were also able to work together at least once. It took a while, but the group was able to reach the last chamber, which appeared to be Dr. Nefarious's office. Ratchet walked up to the office chair while holding out his wrench as it faced away from him. As he got close to it, it quickly turned around, revealing that Clank was sitting on it. What took you guys so long? Clank? What are you doing here? Weren't you supposed to meet us back at the ship like we had planned? I thought I would stay to lend a hand. Did you manage to get rid of the monkey after getting here? Do not worry, Ron. The monkey has left the facility after I have finished working with it. Oh, thank goodness! Well, if you would like to help out, you could search through this entire office with us. Ratchet looked to his side and noticed something. Hey, what's this? He walked up to a shelf containing hundreds of CD cases of Clank's show. Sorry, where did that come from? Guys, take a look at this. He pulled out one of the cases off the shelf. It's a complete Secret Agent Clank holovid set. Kim walked up to the shelf and looked at it. It does look as though he has a lot of them. Hey, Clank, this guy is your biggest fan. That is rather disturbing. Disturbing? The creep factor is at a major high level here. Whoa, creep factor! Did you manage to find anything on the computer, Clank? Yes, I have downloaded an encrypted star map. Perhaps we can have Al decode it. Good idea. Wade would also like to look into it. Great. Let's get back to the Phoenix. They made their way to a nearby sewage drop and jumped in. After a very long fall, they wound up within the sewage system of the entire facility. After taking a dip through the nasty green sewer water, they soon ran into Lilo and Stitch again. Lilo? Stitch? What are you guys doing here?
Oh, it's you guys. We're still on the lookout for that experiment we were searching for earlier. It eluded us on that jungle planet, and we managed to track it here.
In here of all places?
Yeah, I was just as shocked and appalled as all of you.
No surprise there. So your elusive experiment ended up here, huh?
By the way, you haven't told us what this experiment was. Can you tell us what it is? Certainly. It's Experiment 597. It can generate high-quality gemstones effortlessly.
End of it too!
They looked over and noticed something within the tunnels. They rushed over immediately. They noticed right away that there were massive amounts of crystals within it, which was nearly obstructing the tunnel. Whoa, just look at all these crystals. Rufus popped out of Ron's pocket and noticed this too.
Whoa!
I would believe this is your experiment's doing, is it not, Miss Lilo?
I would think so too, Clank. No, this is undoubtedly the work of Experiment 597. Stitch?
Stiff sniffed around for a bit.
Ugh, cousin!
It's still here, isn't it?
I would think so too. Stitch, can you find it?
Stitch sniffed around a bit more.
This one!
Stitch rushed off as the others followed after him. They kept going until Stitch stopped and growled out at something. Ah! The others stopped to notice what it was.
Aha! We found you! You won't get away this time, Experiment 597!
The experiment tried producing more crystals to elude them, but Ratchet managed to smash through them with the use of his wrench. They kept on the chase with some strategic teamwork. They were able to apprehend and contain it.
All right! We finally got you, Experiment 597!
Now, chicka, kabun-bun!
Great, you finally caught your experiment. But now we have another problem. They looked outward and noticed the tunnels were nearly covered in crystals. The entire place is nearly coated in crystals.
Grab on the punches.
Guess we have a huge mess to clean up. Let's get to it, Stitch.
Okay. They could be worth a lot.
I was thinking the same thing. You guys wouldn't mind if we help out, would you? Not at all. The more the merrier.
Okay, let's do it. And with that, they got started on clearing out the entire sewer. It was a lot of work and very time-consuming at that, but they were able to clear out the sewer of all the crystals.
Phew, that sure took a lot of time and effort, but we did it. Mahalo again for helping us out.
No problem. We're always happy to help you guys out. Well put, Ron. So, any ideas on whether or not these crystals are worth anything?
Not a clue. Stitch?
Stitch grabbed one of the crystals, tossed it into his mouth, and started chomping on it. He then made a shocked grimace, then spat it out afterwards.
Yuck! Maga Bowser!
What? They're completely worthless?
Well, that's anticlimactic. Not necessarily. He grabbed another of the crystals and observed it very close. Although less than insufficient in monetary value, the molecular structure of these crystals are unfamiliar to me. Quite fascinating indeed. Kim pulled out the communicator. I also find them to be very interesting. If you wouldn't mind, I would also like to have you guys send me all those crystals so that I can examine them more closely. Wade's vendor reappeared. Sure, Wade, you can have them. They're useless to the rest of us. The entire group placed all the crystals into the vendor. They were all transported to him immediately. There. That should be all of them. Let us know if you need anything else from us. Same to you. Kim put away the communicator. Come on, let's get out of this place. I don't want to stay here another minute. Me neither. I need a shower after falling into that disgusting sewer water.
We better get going. Jumba and Pleakley are probably worried sick about us. It was great seeing you again.
Yeah, same here. See you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye!
The group separated from Lilo and Stitch as they left the sewer and made their way back to their ship. They exited the underwater base and flew back to the Phoenix. I think I'm getting better at that Stitch voice. Whew. It's not easy to do, but alright.
Sorry to disturb your work, sir, but you may want to know that your impenetrable secret base on Aquatos has been penetrated.
Impossible!
If you say so, sir. They apparently stole some sort of data disk. Well, I must be off now. Dirty laundry and whatnot.
Who is responsible for this outrage?
I believe it was a Captain Quark or something.
Oh, Janice, you'll always be the love of my life.
You really should have that looked at.
That moron could never hope to match wits with the likes of me.
If anyone can beat a moron at his own game, it's you, sir. He has, however, assembled a group of elite agents known as the Q-Force.
What? This Q-Force must be stopped. Destroy them, eradicate them, annihilate them all!
It's on my to-do list, right after folding your undergarments.
Oh, man. Oh, that's just too funny. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal is not my favorite game of the series, but it did introduce one of the best features of the series. I gotta tell you, Dr. Nefarious is easily my favorite villain. He is just so funny and so spontaneous. It's like every time he opens his mouth, he's almost always guaranteed to make you laugh. He is such a funny character, I swear. And he actually gets funnier in later games. When he appears in the HD games, oh my gosh, he becomes more animated and more spontaneous. It's just too hilarious. And the stuff that he says is just so funny. He just has that great voice and all that, and he's just too much. I just can't wait to do the HD games after I get started on involving other reasons for some of the things I'll be doing in the HD games. By the way, I'm not sure if you realize this, but in that part of the episode with the sewer, the character that is so well known in the Ratchet and Clank series, known as the plumber. Yeah, again, I could not think of any part for him to appear in the story, and then I ended up having him replaced with Lilo and Stitch. But don't worry, he will appear in the story. I promise you, he does make an appearance. But not that time. I'm really sorry to say. Okay, first let me change the channel on this. Blah, 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 blah. Come on. Okay, good. Phew. Okay. Alright, back to the story. The group arrived back at the Phoenix. Immediately after returning, they attended another meeting on the bridge.
Well, team, I believe some congratulations are in order.
The group smiled along with Skid.
After all, my plan worked more perfectly than expected.
What? Hold on a sec.
Yes, truly brilliant, wouldn't you say? Well, way to go, dude. Don't mention it. I'm just doing my job.
Yeah, sure. You clearly did a lot for this mission when we were the ones who did all the hard work.
Now you're getting it.
Kim slapped herself on the forehead. Hang in there, Kim. We'll get through this together.
Now that I know where the Tyrannoids are coming from, I can put a stop to this alien menace once and for all.
Kim and Ratchet whispered to each other again. And by him, he means us. I have no doubts about that.
And so, with utter disregard for my safety, I have drawn up an ingenious plan for an attack on their home planet, Tyrannosis.
Kim still whispered to Ratchet. Yeah, literally, with crayons, I presume.
This is just
really, really bad, I swear. But that's the whole humor of this game. Ugh.
First, I shall humbly step aside, allowing Ratchet to free fall down and take out the mortar launchers at the landing site. Once the mortars have been silenced, the dropship will make its descent. Next, Ratchet will take the assault vehicle from the dropship, make his way to the 4 plasma cannon turrets, and destroy them. Once the turrets have been knocked out, Ratchet will personally lead the assault on the main enemy base.
God gravy. My gosh, why did he have to make his pictures look so, unsightly? Poor Ratchet. Why? He's always getting the blunt of Captain Quark's, just morbid humor. He's just, I swear.
All right, let's get to it.
Ratchet raised his hand.
Yes, you in the front.
Yeah, hi. I was just wondering, what are the rest of you going to be doing while I'm down there getting blasted?
We'll be, monitoring the situation closely from here.
He then moved towards Helga and whispered to her,
Actually, we'll be down at the lunch buffet on Deck 5. It's Meatloaf Day.
Oh, meatloaf, yuck. I wouldn't exactly be excited about Meatloaf Day. He then stood back in front of the group.
But we'll be rooting for you every step of the way.
Yeah, man, we got your back.
Oh, yeah, the plan is excellent.
Oh, sure. The plan is excellent because none of you are involved in this assault. And by the way, Skid, it's me and Ron who really have his back. We're going to Tyrannosis with him.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah!
Now listen here, Missy. You are going against my plans and thereby violating my protocols.
I don't care about your stupid protocols. I didn't leave the comfort and safety of my dad's space station just so I would sit around and watch my best friend risk life and limb to protect a galaxy full of clueless ingrates that don't show any sympathy for him. I'm going with him, and I will continue to help him throughout this entire fight, whether you like it or not. And if any of you want to contribute to this team, then maybe you should not take shelter on this ship like a bunch of spineless cowards and do something, especially you, Mr. Big Shot Hero. Come on, Ratchet, let's get out of here.
Kim walked out. Ratchet followed after her. Ron gave everyone else in the room a nasty glare before walking out. Rufus gave them a raspberry. That doesn't sound as good as Nancy Cartwright, but I'm going to be doing those raspberries the best that I can. Ron walked out with Clank. Everyone watched as the group walked out. They all had guilt-ridden looks on their faces, except for Quark.
Jeez, what's eating her?
I swear I love that part so much. Doesn't it give you goosebumps to hear her talk like that? I love that so much. The group continued their way to the ship. Kim, Ron, you both don't need to come with me. This is my mission, not yours. What are you talking about, Ratchet? Of course this is our mission, just as much as it is yours.
I meant everything I said back there. We left the ISSF to come with you and help you out. No way I'll just sit by and let you endure all of this yourself.
I'm flattered. Thanks. No, actually, we should be thanking you, Ratchet. Really? Well, duh, of course. Kim grabbed Ratchet by the back of his head gently.
You helped us during our mission without backing out even once. We want to repay the favor by helping you with yours. It's the least we can do.
Kim kissed him on the cheek. He was very touched by both of them. He was at a loss of words. They were soon able to make their way towards their ship, got in, and flew off towards Tyrannosis. Oh my goodness. Oh, That was a great way to end this segment. Okay, that should be enough for now. Next time, we shall continue on the story and watch as the group fight on the Tyrannoid's home planet, Tyrannosis. So, oh, I'm so excited. This is just so awesome. So, until then, I will be seeing you again. And, wait, did I? Okay, never mind, I found it. Okay, everybody, see you then. Bye.
Thank you.